The Tale of Warren Buffett, written by Mary Buffett and David Clark. This is what happened to Warren with the Benjamin Graham-inspired investment strategy of buying bargain stocks that were selling below book value, regardless of the nature of the company's long-term economics. This was something Warren was able to do with great success during the 1950s and early 1960s. But he stayed with this approach long after it wasn't viable anymore. The chains of habit were too light to be felt. When he finally woke up in the late 1970s to the fact that Graham's bargain ride was over, he shifted over to a strategy of buying exceptional businesses at reasonable prices, then holding them for long periods, thereby letting the business grow in value. With the old strategy, he made millions, but with the new one, he made billions. As an investor, you don't have to try to get rich overnight to eventually get rich. Warren is shooting for a 20% annual rate of return, not a 200% annual rate of return. Invest $100,000 for 20 years at 20%, and you end up with $3.8 million. Hold it for 30 years, and you end up with $23.7 million. You win with the running game, not the long bomb. With a world trying to get an annual return of 100%, a lot of mistakes are being made regarding long-term business economics that make getting a 20% annual return pretty easy. Accounting is the language of business. There are many ways to describe what is going on with a business, but whatever is said, it always comes back to the language of accounting. When Warren was asked by the daughter of one of his business associates what courses she should study in college, he replied, accounting. It is the language of business. To read a company's financial statement, you need to know how to read the numbers. To do that, you need to learn accounting. If you can't read the scorecard, you can't keep score, which means that you can't tell the winners from the losers. Beginning investors sometimes think that the only game in town is the stock they just lost money on. So they keep playing it, as if it's a game in a casino, hoping that their luck will change. But with stocks, unlike casino games of chance, the risk varies dramatically from one stock to another. All of it based largely on two factors: the quality of the company and the price you pay for its shares. In relation to that quality, the higher the quality, the lower the risk, and the lower the price in relation to the quality of the business, the lower the risk. Number 35. I look for businesses in which I think I can predict what they're going to look like in 10 to 15 years' time. Take Wrigley's chewing gum. I don't think the internet is going to change how much people chew gum. Think beer, soda pop, and candy. Budweiser's been making the same brew for over 100 years. Coke has been selling the same magical, caramel-colored sugar water for over 100 years. And Wrigley's has been making the same chewing gum for, you guessed it, over 100 years. Catching the trend here? Do you think you can predict what these companies will probably be selling in 15 years? If you can, then you might just be the next Warren Buffett. It's hard to teach a young dog old tricks. Warren has found that business acumen that comes with age is next to impossible to teach to younger managers. The old birds have got it wired and know how to make a buck. Warren is in his 70s. His partner Charlie Munger is in his 80s. Mrs. B ran the Nebraska Furniture Mart at over 100. And many of the managers at Berkshire Hathaway, Warren's holding company, have stayed on well into their 70s. Warren has no mandatory retirement age at Berkshire. In Warren's words, 65 is just getting started. Age and experience can be farther greater virtues than youth and enthusiasm when it comes to making money the old-fashioned way. If you let yourself be undisciplined on the small things, you will probably be undisciplined on the large things as well. Warren has found that people often make exceptions to a disciplined investment strategy when they're making small investments, and that this behavior often leads to an unraveling of a disciplined approach. Discipline is the key to success in the investment game. Just as it is a key to success in much of life, Warren so believes in a disciplined approach that he has turned down a $2 golf bet because the odds were against him. He freely admits that on the golf course, the odds are usually against him. In Warren's world, little things really do matter.